This is Algebra 2, Chapter 0, where we will be preparing ourselves for advanced algebra, the kinds of algebra we're going to be doing in Algebra 2. This is Section 1, in which we will see about representing functions. Before we get to functions, we need to talk about relations. All a relation is a set of ordered pairs. Nothing more fancy than that. The domain of a relation is all the x-coordinates, all the first values. The range is the set of all the second values, the y-coordinates. So they are going to be asking us to state domains and ranges, and we're going to do that frequently through the year. In this case, they gave us a set of ordered pairs, and they want us to state the domain. Well, we can see the domain, -3, 0, 2, and -1. Now, I was taught to write these in order, so I still do. You can put them in any order you wish, but I put them in ascending order, -3, -1, 0, 2 for the domain. And then the range we can also see include 3, 7, 5, and 4. Well, again, I put them in order. Now, relations can typically be graphed on a coordinate plane. And all that is something you're familiar with. You've seen it before, the XY graph. It's just a pair of intersecting axes. You've got the x-axis going across. You've got the y-axis going up and down. They meet at a certain point we call the origin that has coordinates of 0 and 0. And they divide the plane into 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1 being in the upper right, and then proceeding in a counterclockwise order around quadrant 2, 3, and 4. Now we can represent mappings in 4 different ways. All a mapping is it shows how the members of the domain are partnered up to the members of the range. And there are, as I said, 4 different ways that we do it. One you've already seen, just listing the ordered pairs. We can see that -2 is paired with 1, -3 with 5, and 4 with 6. A second way you've also done before, just a table. -2 is still paired with 1, -3 is paired with 5, 4 is paired with 6. Our third way you've also done before, you've made a graph. -3 is still paired with 5, -2 is paired with 1, and 4 is paired with 6. Fourth way you may not have seen before is to put these things into 2 groups, 2 sets. The domain is always the set on the left, the range is always the set on the right. And we use arrows to show who goes to what. -3 gets paired to 5, same as we saw in the other versions. -2 gets paired to 1, 4 gets paired to 6. We will use all 4 of these at various times for how to show a mapping. And then our last piece of information is about a function. All a function is a special kind of relation, and the special part of it is that every member of the domain gets paired with exactly one member of the range. Okay. You can think of a function like a seating chart. You, the students, are the members of the domain, and the chairs are the members of the range. Every student has a spot. Okay. We don't put 2 people in one chair. So that would be a function. Something that would not be a function would be a mapping that connects last names to first names. In some cases, a last name is only assigned to one person. There are no other Skinners in the building that I know of. In other cases, there are last names that are common, and if you call that last name, several people could answer. So that would not be a function because each last name doesn't go to only one person. So they're going to ask us, given a couple of different mappings here, to state domains and ranges for each relation. And then decide if we're looking at a function. In our first one here, we have a set of ordered pairs. We can see the domain, 10, 6, 7, and -8. Again, I put them in order. You can see the range, 3, -2, 4, -9. And again, I put them in order. Now, is it a function? 10 only has one partner. 6 only has one partner. 7 only has one partner. -8 only has one partner. Everything is only with one. That is a function. Now compare that to our second one, in which they gave it to us in set form. Remember, the domain is the left, the range is the right. Well, stating the domain and the range is easy. We can see the domain, -3, 0, 1, 5. There it is. We can see the range, -4, -2, 0, 2. So the real question is, are we looking at a function? -3 gets paired to one number, -4. That's okay. 0, on the other hand, gets paired to -2, and it also gets paired to 0. 0 has two different partners in the range. Since it has more than one, it is not a function. Hopefully you have written any questions down you may have had along the way, and bring those with you tomorrow, and we will see you in class.